back and reflect on 20 years since the tragic attacks on September 11th, 2001. I wanted to talk about how NASCAR really shaped the sports world after 9/11 as one of the first sports to return to action after the attacks. For anybody who's never heard of the attacks, or maybe are a little younger, don't remember, or anything like that, I'm sure most of you have heard the story. So on the morning of September 11th, planes crashed into the World Trade Center in New York City, the Twin Towers. So the first one hit and everybody thought, oh, maybe it's an accident or, plane troubles. The second time it happened, there was no doubt that it was an attack on America. And it was supposed to bring down America, bring down everything that we stood for, and tried to make us fearful. They tried to make us concede. It did not work, because the next day, September 12th, businesses were back open. The U.S. Congress was back in session, and the stock market was still open. So it didn't work. This fear of knocking us down and putting us in our homes for weeks did not work from 9/11. So anyway, at the time, President George Bush made a speech right after the attacks, or that night, and said, "We will not waver, we will not tire, we will not be fearful of this. We will not fail." And that was a very true statement. It seemed like after the morning of September 11th, now I'm younger, I'm 15. I was not alive when 9/11 happened. But from my research and just talking to people who were at events after 9/11, said I've never seen an America more united than September 12th, 2001. Because it wasn't about, Republican or Democrat. It was about being an American. Because at the end of the day, that's what we all are. But anyway, so NASCAR should not have been a factor in 9/11. Because here's the thing. NASCAR raced on the 9th, right? Everything was normal. It was supposed to be an off day for NASCAR. They did not race. They were just getting things ready. Mike Helton said he was in his office in Daytona, and he said, and I remember hearing about it and just being like, man, America is under attack. Jeff Burton said he was taking his daughter to school, and for 2 weeks, no sports took place, nothing. But then on September 23rd, 2001, NASCAR decided that they would go to Dover International Speedway to race, like for real. And Jeff Burton said, everybody was nervous. Nobody wanted to fly. A lot of people didn't fly. A lot of people chose to drive to Dover. They left on like a Wednesday for the race on Sunday because people did not trust airplanes. They just didn't. And he said it was so different. Anyway, the race happened. Dale Earnhardt Jr. ended up winning the race, and that was the right thing. Dale Earnhardt Jr. winning that race I don't want to say, it put ease on America, but it calmed America because, he was the most popular driver. He was very popular, and it just was kind of a feel-good story. He waved the American flag around, and everybody loves that picture of Dale Earnhardt Jr. waving the American flag around, doing a burnout. That's just such a cool picture. One of my favorite pictures of all time in NASCAR. And you still see guys such as Brad Keselowski, when they win a race, fly the American flag during their burnouts. I think that's amazing, and if all the drivers could do that, that would be incredible. I have nothing but respect for Brad and Dale Earnhardt Jr. for doing that. But anyway, so after that race, that brought back other sports. The NFL came back. The NBA came back. And it just seemed like we were back to normal. But at the end of the day, sports are about entertainment. They are to entertain you. NASCAR is something that entertains us all. And the attacks on 9/11 were so much more than entertainment value. Over 2,500 people lost their lives, and countless others lost their loved ones. Between workers, passengers, flight attendants, pilots, first responders, firemen, EMT, police, they all lost their lives. So my heart goes out to the families who lost people in 9/11. Also, the first responders that survived 9/11. Their sacrifice that they made is, we can't pay them for it. But they did a lot for this country. And like I said, it did bring us stronger together. Now, as you can see, nowadays in America, it's not that way. If you want to see my thoughts on America, you can go follow my second channel, The MacArthur Moore Show, where I talk all about political stuff. I'm a big political guy. I talk a lot on there. So anyway, you can subscribe to that. Link will be down in the description, as well as my other apolitical Instagram. But anyway, that'll end today's video. So yes, this video is about NASCAR and how they brought back sports. I believe that the NASCAR was a key piece for bringing sports back, because they were one of the first sports to bring their sport back. And I think that it really did. It shaped the rest of the sports leagues around. Say, okay, we're going to play through this. This is enough is enough. But anyway, that'll end today's video. If you did enjoy and you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Follow my Instagram, my Twitter, my other Instagram, my other YouTube channel. All linked down in the description box down below. Y'all have an awesome day and enjoy the race tonight at Richmond.